Let me tell you something. If you've just been diagnosed with this condition, you're luckier than I was 13 years ago. There is like so much information out there right now, scientific studies actually being done on autoimmune conditions. You have access to it. Dr. Alessio Fasano discovered that many autoimmune diseases start in the gut. He found a protein called zonulin that controls how tight the lining of the intestines is. When too much zonulin is made, the gut becomes leaky, letting tiny food or germs particles slip into the bloodstream. This can confuse the immune system and make it attack the body's own tissues. Dr. Fasano showed that for autoimmune diseases to develop, three things usually happen together. A person has certain genes, they're exposed to an environmental trigger like an infection or food, and their gut barrier becomes weak. His work taught scientists that healing or protecting the gut lining could help prevent or calm down autoimmune diseases. I didn't have that. I had to wait a long time to find the answers, and I had to experiment on myself to figure out what worked and what not. My dog whining. So a few years later, I found this book called The Hidden Plague, and I read it. In this book, Tara Grant shares her personal battle with HS and presents a holistic do-it-yourself roadmap for others to follow. The guide covers what triggers HS, how the gut may play a central role, and practical steps from elimination diet to wound care and stress management to support healing. Like, I was excited about someone having the same experience as me and, actually reporting that it worked for that person. And I was happy about it and I want to try it, but I didn't really believe it 100% that it was possible. And that's one of the main things. We are conditioned to believe, and we're being told it's not reversible. And I actually heard one time someone say that this disease only gets worse. It only gets worse from here. And let me tell you something. This is a lie. The thing that it only gets worse. You can reverse it. This is it. It's a lie. I feel better than I ever did. And I am overweight because I just had a baby. Yes, I had a healthy little boy. And don't ever believe the lie that just because you got HS, you don't got it. You was diagnosed because you developed this condition and then that they labeled it HS, okay, does not mean that your life now is over. This is it for me. I'm not going to be able to do this or do that or work or get married and have children. My life is over. No, your life is not over. Actually, your life is just beginning, because now you can look at the real problem, the underlying issues that is actually causing your body to give you this severe symptoms, boils, and not only boils, HS, so that you can pay attention now to your body and what you're eating, if you're exercising, your physical activity, if you're actually cleaning up your cells, and all of that. Now your life is starting now. Now you can begin living, because now you can finally, you see the light and you can address the underlying issues. That's what it is. When I was diagnosed in 2013, I was having financial issues. I was in an unhappy marriage. I had just lost a baby. Yes, I had just lost a baby. In February 2011, I gave birth to a 24-weeker baby boy. Lived for about 12 hours before transitioning to another experience. That moment shattered every dream I had. They were completely destroyed. Not long after, I developed HS. It's quite common for someone with PTSD to later develop an autoimmune condition, as shown in a 2018 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, which examined a population of active duty U.S. military service members. The study found that among 120,000 participants followed for a mean of more than 5 years, the risk of developing any of the selected autoimmune diseases was 58% higher for those with a history of PTSD. However, let's not get it twisted. PTSD doesn't cause autoimmune diseases. It's simply the last straw that can push an already stressed immune system over the edge. And I was actually on my worst when it comes to physically. I was overweight. I looked terrible and I didn't care. I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of numb, I didn't want to see it. I just didn't. Well, looking back, I was depressed, right? And as study shows, gut issues is related to skin issues, and gut issues is also linked to mental issues, and autoimmune conditions is linked to mental issues, okay? Everything is connected. It's not one thing or the other. Scientists have discovered that the health of your gut and skin are closely connected, and they call this the gut-skin axis. This means that what happens in your gut can show up on your skin. When the gut gets out of balance, like when there are too many bad bacteria or the gut lining becomes leaky, tiny bits of food or germs can slip into the bloodstream. This can confuse the immune system and cause inflammation that shows up as a skin problem. It also works the other way around. When the skin is inflamed, it can affect the gut too. In simple terms, a healthy gut helps keep your skin healthy. And when the gut is in trouble, your skin often tells a story. You need to see your body as a whole, not separate. This modernized, medical system is specializations here, specialization there, so they can tell you they still don't know what the issue is because they're looking at things separately and not as a whole. I'm not shitting on medical industry, but when it comes to chronic illnesses and prevention and reversing, chronic illnesses, unfortunately, my experience with them is absolutely horrible.
When we look at the incredible interactions taking place between every cell in our body, we can easily see how it's all connected.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.